Well, spring may be considered the growing season, but autumn is the perfect time to renovate the lawn. But you need to be careful with what you put on your lawn.
Oh yeah, because if you do not be careful, you could land yourself in trouble with the law. And no one wants that. So Ginny Rosenkranz with the University of Maryland Extension Office is here with all the information to keep us from ending up on Most Wanted Monday.
Absolutely.
I mean, we make fun, but I mean, there are laws.
Actually, there is a Maryland lawn law, yes.
Really?
And it is about how you fertilize the lawn and how much you use and when you put it on and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, it's there. It is a law. And that's why we have professional fertilizer applicators who can do that for you, or you can do it yourself, just knowing that you cannot fertilize after November the 15th, and then you cannot fertilize again until after March the 1st.
Oh, really?
Wow, that is what it is. But the other thing is like, for instance, the amount of fertilizer. Okay, we're trying to save the coastal bays and the Chesapeake Bay. It's really important for all of that. So you can only use, I think it's like 0.9 pounds of actual nitrogen at any one time on your lawn, and you can only do that 3 times.
Huh.
Yes, and that's it. And the reason why is that the plants can only take it up so much, but if you put on too much, it'll just wash away or go up in the air or something like that. So it's really important to know that sort of thing.
Sure.
Yes.
So you have some visuals here. What do we got?
I do. So I have some fertilizer. It's the one that's got pinks and
Ooh, it's
greens.
pretty.
It's pretty pretty. So that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium all in there. And with the Maryland Lawn Law, you have to know with a soil test how much nitrogen your lawn actually needs, and you cannot go above that. And the same thing for phosphorus. That's why you have to make sure with that soil test that you only add the right amount of phosphorus that is needed.
Okay.
Wow. So that's important. Now, a lot of people like to add lime, because lime is calcium and magnesium, and that basically raises the soil acidity, the soil pH. So instead of being really low like we have with our sandy soils, it's going to be at a position where the nutrients are available for the plants.
Okay.
So that's the important thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're going to renovate your lawn, you basically want to add the fertilizer, and you want to first of all get rid of all your weeds and all that kind of stuff, and then add the fertilizer, and then add the grass seed. You don't want to add the lime at the same time you're adding the fertilizer, because you're just putting the fertilizer on top of the soil a little bit.
Okay.
And if you add the lime, that poofs the nitrogen up in the air. Poof, just
Poofs, yeah.
in the air. All that money.
Now, you mentioned weeds.
I have a few.
And this is an unwelcome guest in my lawn, and you brought it here today, so welcome.
Yes, just for the people who have no idea what crabgrass looks like, this is what crab looks. And this is why people should do their lawn seeding in the fall, because crabgrass grows like crazy from the springtime. One little drop of sunshine, there it is. And then it grows all summer. Well, this time of year, it's not growing as much. And this time of year, you can go ahead and use like a dethatcher or to pull it out and then get rid of it. And then it's not going to have time to grow again. And the seeds that are perennial seeds, they take like 2 weeks to germinate, where crabgrass 1 second, and then it's germinated.
Right.
Annuals have to do that. This is a perennial, it has to grow slower. Wow. So that's why I wanted to introduce that.
It's just so frustrating sometimes.
Well, it can be overwhelming, believe me, if you don't stay on top of it. But then again, it's easy to go ahead and figure out, with a soil test, how much nitrogen you need. Buy the right grass seed. On the back of the grass seed, there's always an area that tells you what you're actually buying.
Yeah.
And pick that up. But then, like I say, get rid of the the grasses that you don't want, like the crabgrass. And the perennials are going to be a different thing too. But I mean, right now, I think it's, you just get rid of all the annuals and go ahead and do it. Now, the reason why I have the back of this package is it tells you what you have. So here on the Delmarva Peninsula, where it's hot and humid, turf-type tall fescues are perfect.
Turf tall fescue.
Or just tall fescue. If you find tall fescue, and there's 3 tall fescues on this particular one, and then it'll tell you how much weed seed is there. You want less than 5% weed seed, because you already have a few.
Jenny, that is a whole lot of stuff with percentages, but I mean, your local extension agent knows all of this, and that's why they're there, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to take your crabgrass with you.
I'll bring you home, baby.